Hello, now we're looking at software once again, this time paid software, which acts as a cover creator. We saw in the last video how we can create our own covers, either using free images or royalty-free images. And in this instance, this piece of software, which I love, I've been using for the last 6 months, called KD Renegade. It'll be in the resources section, the URL. This piece of software will do everything for you. Not only will it create a wonderful cover, it'll make sure that you create a file size, a cover image of the right proportion, so that when it's viewed, when a reader is viewing your ebook on different devices, it'll automatically resize and it'll be of the optimum size, be it an iPad, a Kindle Fire, or an iPhone. So that's good too. Let's look at some of the features. Yes, so you can upload your own image that maybe you've got from Fotolia or a free one. You can add text layers, you can add image layers, you can overlay images onto an existing one or intersperse with text. The fonts they give you are really professional looking fonts, not just the basic ones that you might have in your PC or even the Pixlr editor. It'll allow you to have banners, so you're starting to get a bit more of a professional look and feel to your whole image. One of the other advantages I love about this, rather like Pixlr, this is an online piece of software. You don't have to download it to your PC, so there's no harm of it crashing. You can play around with it to your heart's content, and again, you can't do any harm. And then you can save whatever images you like for reuse later on. If we look into the demo here, when I first signed up for this piece of software, it was a fairly basic version. It meant that you had to create an image from scratch using an image you already had, or an illustration, rather like from here, a blank page. But now, depending on the pricing, the option you go with, they have these preset templates which are great because they're very professional looking in the first place, and you find one that might match the mood and look and feel of your book. I don't think they've got too many children's ones down here, but the beauty of these templates is that you can change just about everything on them. You can change the image, you can change the font, you can change you can't necessarily change the angle of this image, but that's what makes this that particular one quite good. But you can change the font, change the background color as well. Alright, let me just show you a little demo. They've got demo video. Here we are. It's just a bit of fun how they create this image for a diet. I'll just make that a bit larger, I think. I'm not going to let that go on forever and a day, but you get the idea. It's a good little illustration here. Yeah, and it ends up looking something like that. Okay, I've moved over to my KD Renegade account myself. This is what they give you as your dashboard once you've signed up. And you can create covers, save covers, you can edit them and reuse them as a template for other projects. So I just want to show you a few examples, and you can see how many I've been creating. It goes on for pages. Let's see, give an example one here. This was actually not a children's one, I think it was to do with the stress. Yeah, so here's one to do with tips for reducing stress. And this is an image I got from Fotolia. I made sure that again it was a clean and simple image, uncluttered, so that you've got a nice blue background to put reverse white image text over the top. That works out quite nicely. I was quite pleased with that one. Let's give you another example. Let's see, Heaven in the Movies. Okay, here, different subject, looking at Hollywood's movies, all about the subject of heaven. And I got again a nice, interesting, vibrant image from Fotolia, which perfectly matches the subject. And again, as I've mentioned in the previous videos, don't try and over clutter the image. Don't try and give too many messages in the one image, one message. That's what you're after. Don't try and get different themes. That has the effect of cluttering up the image. So this worked quite well. Nice hazy background, blue background to put the reverse white text on. I was even able to put a sort of clapperboard type of text on here, and that works quite well. Don't try and do more than 3 different fonts on and preferably 2 different fonts on a cover image as a sort of rule of thumb. Here is a kid's book I'm working on. Okay, I'm having a bit of fun with this book. This isn't quite finished yet. It'll be launched in about a week, but I'm just playing around with the image. It's about a dog that gets lost in London. Again, I got an image down here with a backdrop of London against the Union flag. I put the backdrop over the Union flag. That worked out quite well. And then I've got this dog here, which actually I took my own photograph on my son's dogs. And you'll see this. I'm going to use this as an example in one of the techniques of creating stories without actually having to sit down and write volumes yourself. It's just a clever little technique. So you'll see that in one of the 6 techniques. But again, vibrancy of colour, and something a bit different, and something that will put a smile on your face when it comes to kids' books. Okay, let's go back to the KD Renegade site and look at their pricing. Alright, for starters, and I think that's all you need to get going, you won't get the templates with this. $47, it'll get unlimited covers, as I've got on my dashboard, as you see, training videos, free support, upload your own image, everything that I've shown you can do there for $47. If you want to get and use the templates, I haven't even upgraded to that yet, then you can. I wouldn't bother about the 3D cover generator, because to be honest, 3D covers aren't a great look for ebooks. The three-dimensional covers, that sort of shows the spine and the top ridge, the whole three-dimensional all-around look, always had a bit of a bad image, really. It was a sort of PLR kind of free content type of giveaway books in the past. It's changing a little bit now, but I wouldn't worry too much about whether you had that 3D cover generator or not. The templates, maybe. That wasn't available before. It's there now. And then this is if you want to be an agency and you want to start creating covers for customers and selling them to your clients. That's another whole ball game, that. But for 47 bucks or 30 pounds UK sterling, whatever it works out at, I don't think that's a bad deal. Or, as we mentioned in the last video, you can create them yourself, but both creating them yourself in the last video and this, we're looking at using our own images, unless we use the templates, of course. And with children's books, we want more illustrations rather than photographic images. So maybe we want to go down the outsourcing route, whereby we're outsourcing to artists or people who are very good at image editing software, Photoshop, and they're illustrators in their own right. So that's what we're moving on to now, outsourcing cover design, creating covers, and illustrations for within books. So see you in the next video.